Family and friends, we're back again for another live one. I'm your host, TJ the Conservative Hustler. Man, what's good, everybody? About to see what the hell going on. Let's see what's going on in this crazy world we in. Let's see what the hell going on. Huh? Since everybody don't want no police around, shit, don't come around me. 'Cause I want them. I want them around.
Made his first appearance before a Pinellas County judge today.
Let's see what the hell going on. Let's get into it.
With no bond, Jermaine Bennett made his first appearance before a Pinellas County judge today. He's accused of beating Jeff Chapman to death with a tire iron. Investigators are still trying to find and arrest the driver of the car that Bennett was in at the time of that murder. News Channel 8's Justin Shecker is joining us live tonight on Mandalay Avenue. Justin, what else have we learned about this victim?
Well, Keith, good evening to you. Jeff Chapman's daughter says her father loved being a part of this Clearwater Beach community. Just beyond that roundabout behind me is where police say Chapman was riding his bike when the suspect got out of his car and bludgeoned him in the head. Friends have set up this memorial for 49-year-old Jeff Chapman on Mandalay Avenue in Clearwater's North Beach. In a Facebook post shared by the Clearwater Beach Association, Jeff Chapman's daughter says her father was wise with a humble and giving soul. She describes her dad as an outdoorsman and a true hippie by heart. She writes, "This wasn't his time, and it's devastating to have him taken this way." We've learned Jeff Chapman split his time between Clearwater and the state of Maine, where he ran a financial group. His daughter says he enjoyed walking on the beach, riding his bike to feel the warm ocean breeze, and taking as many photos of the sunset as he could. As loved ones remember the father of two, the court proceedings to hold the accused killer accountable are just beginning.
I was already given a public defender, I think.
According to a warrant,
We don't give a shit if you was given a public offender. You know, you gotta love this country right here. You know, where this guy gets to make, he gets to talk and make choices and shit in court. You don't get to make choices after you bludgeon somebody with a tire iron. You damn idiot.
At first, Jermaine Bennett denied
let me know how my sound is. You can hear me?
But when CPD told him there's video showing him hitting Chapman in the head with a tire iron, he confessed to the crime.
Video showing him getting bludgeoned, okay? In front of his daughter. How about that?
Aid on Your Side has learned St. Petersburg police are trying to find out if there's a link between Chapman's murder and a similar crime just one day earlier.
We had a gentleman that was out walking and he was attacked. So he was beaten, and again, so we're just trying to make sure we can tie those two things together.
The black police chief in this awful racist country we living in.
But right now, we don't have any information that can link those two.
And tonight, neighbors tell me they're relieved that Clearwater police quickly made that first arrest. They're hoping the second suspect is caught soon. Meanwhile, Chapman's friends are planning a celebration of his life for next Thursday, one of his favorite local bars. We're live tonight in Clearwater Beach. I'm just.
Okay. You don't want police around for him, huh? You don't want police around for him, huh? What about this guy? What about this guy coming up? Hey, I want police around. I never in a million years thought I would have to be defending the damn police. Okay? So we're going to start there. Oh, my goodness. What about this guy? What about this? I don't know. Tom Coon selling. Y'all, hey man, when everybody got weak, it don't make no damn sense to be this damn weak.
In Little Havana, and that 17-year-old died in his father's arms. NBC6 reporter Cristian Benavides spoke to that teenager's father. And Cristian, we're also learning more about the circumstances and what happened that night.
Right, police now telling us that the shooting death of this teenager appears to have all been over a drug deal that went bad. We spoke to the victims.
Of course, it was over a drug deal gone bad. And let's just see, what happened.
Father, he came to his son's defense, saying his son was a good kid, like a big teddy bear. You can see that car right behind me still has bullet holes from the shooting that took place on Tuesday night. The victim's father holding his son until he passed right here in front of his own home.
You heard that? I don't think y'all heard. Let me take this back. Let's 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 take this back. I don't think we're getting the gist of what's going on around here.
Police arrest a man who they say shot and killed a teenager in Little Havana, and that 17-year-old died in his father's arms. NBC6 reporter Cristian Benavides spoke to that teenager's father. And Cristian, we're also learning more about the circumstances and what happened that night.
Right, police now telling us that the shooting death of this teenager appears to have all been over a drug deal that went bad. We spoke to the victim's father. He came to his son's defense, saying his son was a good kid, like a big teddy bear. You can see that car right behind me still has bullet holes from the shooting that took place on Tuesday night. The victim's father holding his son until he passed right here in front of his own home.
This is 17-year-old Isaiah Hernandez, gunned down in front of his home just days before.
You saw the bullets. You saw the bullet holes. You see the bullet holes? Huh? You see that? You see that?
In front of his home just days before he was set to begin his senior year at Miami Jackson.
I really don't know him. I just wanted everybody to know that he was a big bear. Seen him so big, but he was a big bear with a big heart.
Isaiah's father held his son in his arms until he took his last breath.
He wanted to do something in life, and he can't do that no more. Now I got to put my son in the ground. Our parents shouldn't be burying their kids. The kids should be burying their parents.
18-year-old DeMarcus Cook was arrested and charged with first-degree murder over the shooting death. Officials believe the killing was over a drug deal gone bad.
Said he was planned on taking the marijuana from the victim and not paying for it.
According to the arrest report obtained by NBC6, the shooting was capped.
You heard what he said? He planned on taking the marijuana without paying for it and then killed him. Huh? And if I'm the Uncle Tom Coon sell-off for calling it out, you know what? What the hell is he?
On a neighbor's surveillance camera. It allegedly shows the suspect pulled up to the house Tuesday evening to carry out the transaction and shortly thereafter opened fire. In court, the suspect's attorney claimed self-defense.
I think what took place here is, based on my preliminary investigation, is he's there to buy marijuana, his sister gets shot, he gets shot, he fires back in self-defense.
Now, the suspect is currently being held with no bond until an Arthur hearing can take place, where they're going to determine whether or not there is any validity to that self-defense claim. Meantime, there is a vigil that's scheduled for tonight at 7:30 in honor of the victim.
Senior. This would have been his senior year. Okay?
Live in Little Havana, I'm Cristian Benavides, NBC.
Okay. So when we're ready to address the real problems in the community, you understand? We could talk. So I don't want to hear that made up, police running around doing everybody any kind of damn way. Come on, man. Come on, man. What about this? What about this situation right here? You want police around this? For some of my family in one day, Huh? Let's just see. Let's just see. Holy ass, how to get rid of that?
To follow the breaking news from Carthage after police say a man tried to kidnap a woman in broad daylight.
Kendall Hyde now just got to the scene where it happened on Sunday. So, Kendall, what's the latest on this story?
Chris and Trisha, that incident took place here on the corner of East Seymour Avenue and Marketplace Sunday afternoon. We have a little bit of video that we want to show you of the moments of that incident. Watch this footage. You see the victim walking. She's wearing black. She told police she was on her way home from work and planned to stop at the store along the way. That's when a man walked up behind her and grabbed her. You can see in the footage the man tries to drag the victim away.
Okay. See what I'm saying? You want police around for that? Huh?
But she then fights him off, eventually escaping and running down the street for help. The victim in this case asked for privacy, but did release a statement to us through the Cincinnati police. It says, "It was surprising because I never would have expected anything like this. The only thing I was thinking of was my family, that I wouldn't see them again. That's what I was fighting so hard to get away for. It was frightening." Now, we also have video and footage of the suspect's vehicle, along with the video of him and what he was wearing at the time of the incident. Police say the suspect was wearing a bright orange shirt and black pants. They say he left the scene in a lighter colored, older model Toyota Corolla.
So, you're strolling off, about to get ready to go to work. You're humdy-dumbing along, thinking about, or getting off work, thinking about the plans I'm about to go do for the weekend. You know, I'm about to put some clothes on, about to give me a bottle of wine, I don't know, probably give me something to puff. Whatever, think about my child. All of a sudden, this animal comes from behind you, grabs you, try to abduct you, and do Lord knows what with you. And that's what you want walking around the community, unchecked? You don't want somebody like me calling it out? You don't want somebody like me to protect a situation like that? You crazy as hell.
He left the scene going west on Seymour Avenue. Now, if you know anything about this or can't help out in any way, shape, or form, you are asked to contact District 4 or call Crime Stoppers. We have that number on the screen for you. It's 513-352-3040. Once again.
You like that? No police for that either, huh? No police for that either, huh? Y'all crazy as hell. When everybody got so weak, man, it's scary, huh? I understand you. Like, hey, like we say, man, I understand you might be tough. I understand that. But what about your auntie, dog? What about your little sister? What about your grandma? What about them? What about your old uncle that can't fight no more? What about him, bro? What you gonna do? What about this? Huh? I gotta show you this again because I don't think some of y'all understand, okay, what we're dealing with in the community. I'm always call this out.
Turkana, Arkansas police arrested a man suspected of breaking into a woman's home and assaulting her. Police say 30-year-old Edward Cole broke into a home in the 600 block of East 43rd Street just before 2 a.m. on Sunday. The 68-year-old woman told police she was sleeping
68 years old
when he started assaulting her. She fought him off. He rummaged through her stuff and fled the house with her phone. Investigators found the victim's stolen phone and found Cole's fingerprints on it. He's now in the Miller County Jail, charged with residential burglary, robbery, and criminal attempted rape.
Okay. No police for him? Breaking your house while you sleep. 68 years old. That's your mama, your grandma, your auntie. You don't want no police around for them? No police around for them, huh? You that bad. You that bad. I understand you that bad. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Okay. What about this? This don't hurt your heart right here. What about this? What about this lady? What about this lady? Oh, yeah, man.
will mark 3 years since Jasmine Newman was murdered. The young Port Arthur mother was shot and killed at a party the night before her 23rd birthday. Port Arthur police say Jasmine was likely not the target, but just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Police also say this case has run into...
This beautiful young lady was shot by ammo thugs the night before her 23rd birthday.
To a dead end, and at this point they're banking on a tip. 12 News reporter Cameron Seibert met with Jasmine's mom today at the cemetery where her daughter is buried. Cameron.
Yeah, guys, Jasmine's mother hopes her daughter's killer will see this story to know exactly what he took from her family. An only child, a generous friend, and a loving mother.
My mama is out here with you, baby. We trying our best.
At the resting place of her only child.
I grieve every day. It's not a day I don't stop grieving for my child.
A mother is distraught.
I'm in a dream, I'm numb, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna get unnumb.
3 years ago, her daughter Jasmine Newman was at a party, celebrating one day before her 23rd birthday, when, out of nowhere, gunfire erupted. The young mother of two was shot.
By who? Can we get a little inkling as to who may have done this?
Shot and killed.
He grabbed me and said, "Mom, listen." I said, "What?" "She died." I said, "Who died?" "Jazz," and I lost it. And my life just been hard, very hard.
We're not where we want to be in this investigation.
Port Arthur Police Chief Tim Duraso admits the case has gone cold. He talks to Miss Newman often and says he's tired of cases like this.
We're out here in the graveyard. This is ridiculous. You know, we got guys that want to carry a gun. If you want to carry a gun, join the military.
3 years.
Ha! That's too much like right. Join the military. That means I have to do right. Okay? I don't want to do right. I'm an animal thug. I want to rip and run in the community. I want to ride on my ops. I want to shoot up parties. Duh.
And no leads. But Miss Newman is not giving up hope.
And I can't wait for that day to come that I go to court and just to see him. I want to see him.
She's hoping for justice, but even that won't bring back her only child.
That I could hold her, kiss her, tell her I'm proud of her. Mama, miss you. She can't talk to me.
Miss Newman is urging anyone with information on Jasmine's death to call Crime Stoppers. You can leave an anonymous tip. The number is on your screen now, 409-833-TIPS. Cameron.
Yeah. Huh? You see what I'm saying? They want me to address the real problems in the community. You know what I mean? I grew up, bruh. Everybody know this. Man, I grew up 10 minutes away from a police precinct. Walking. 2 minutes driving. Ask me how many times I seen the police come through and outright do something stupid to somebody. Outright just pull up, jump out, and kill them. Oh, the police is riding down. Come on, man. Stop that. 43 years old, I ain't never seen no dumb shit like that happen. What about this guy? No police for him? No protection for him? Let's just see what the hell going on here. How's my sound, man? How's my sound? You know what I'm saying? You gotta excuse me, you know what I'm saying? I'm a son, man. I'm getting it all down.
Well, new at 10, a man is charged in a violent kidnapping where 2 women were held at gunpoint, fearing
what? You came in kind of hot. Hold on, auntie.
Looking into this case.
Hold up.
Well, new at 10, a man is charged in a violent kidnapping where 2 women were held at gunpoint, fearing for their lives. ABC 13's Derek Lewis has been looking into this case and joins us live from Brays Bayou with what he's uncovered. Derek?
Yeah, Gina, after that alleged incident, police believe the suspect tried to hide that gun by throwing it here in Brays Bayou. Now, while in court for that charge, tampering with evidence, more details came out about trying to take 2 women against their will and then demanding ransom.
Gunpoint, fearing for their lives. ABC 13 gunpoint, fearing for their lives. ABC 13's Derek Lewis.
That was my bad. I just got so hyped because, I mean, hey, We don't want police for him? Let's go.
Lewis has been looking into this case and joins us live from Brays Bayou with what he's uncovered. Derek?
Yeah, Gina, after that alleged incident, police believe the suspect tried to hide that gun by throwing it here in Brays Bayou. Now, while in court for that charge, tampering with evidence, more details came out about trying to take two women against their will and then demanding ransom.
Two women kidnapped and terrorized with a gun, and police say this is the man who did it. Herbert Rios.
Of course, that's the man that did it. Oh, he's mixed. He's a sun burrito.
Hurtado.
Motion cites that the defendant was aware the complainants were kidnapped and held a gun to their head before disposing of it.
Police say the 55-year-old took the women to separate locations last week and had pictures of him holding them at gunpoint.
Specifically, officers showed the defendant a picture of himself with the firearm pointed at the complainant's head.
Police say he sent those photos to one of their families to demand ransom. But the kidnapping did not last long for at least one of the victims. Court documents state an officer rescued her during a traffic stop. Police have not said how the other got away.
Who rescued her during the traffic stop? Oh, okay.
And it's still unclear if the suspect knew the victims. He is in jail tonight on a $20,000 bond and is due back in court Friday, where we hope to learn more. In Houston.
$20,000 bond? He shouldn't even get a bond. He should sit in jail until his court date until he get his 15 to 18 years. You don't snatch women up, put guns to their head, make them make withdrawals and shit. What the hell? And get a bond. Okay, so he drop a couple thousand down. He get a bond. Now he's back out ripping and running around the damn community doing the same shit all over again. Hell no. What? Man, I messed up in school. This easy? Man, shit. What you mean? He don't get a bond. What? That's the craziest shit ever to me. Wow. He gets a bond. I mean, I don't get it. How? That matters around because a person of color got himself into something. So let's on here. Because I know the community came together to help. I just know.
And the 411, Houston police shoot and kill a man they say was attacking drivers with a flagpole. We speak to customers who talk about those frightening moments.
And we're on day 2 of early voting. What you need to know if you're heading to the polls to cast your ballot.
And catalytic converter thefts continue to plague drivers across Houston. We're taking a look at a program working to protect your car from thieves.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ron Trevino.
And I'm Reka Motoraj. Houston police shot and killed a man outside a McDonald's after they say he attacked several drivers in traffic with a flagpole.
Police say he also armed with a knife. Once they responded, it happened just before 8 o'clock this morning on Wirt Road near Long Point in the Spring Branch area. Jason Miles has been on the scene all day and is live with the latest. And Jason, you spoke with the suspect's family.
That's right. They were out here for hours waiting to confirm it was their loved one who was shot and killed. His body ending up just about 3 yards from where I'm standing. They say he struggled with mental health and drug issues, but hate things came to this. People at this McDonald's suspected an active shooter when they heard gunfire and saw this window shatter.
I was in the drive-thru when I heard the shots fired.
Customer Lisa Eicher says one employee jumped into her car amid the chaos.
And as soon as I saw the McDonald's workers rushing out and I saw the fear in their eyes, I knew that it was right here and that we needed to get away quickly.
Turns out the gunfire came from an HPD officer's weapon who fatally shot a man described as an aggressive panhandler who allegedly used that flagpole you see in the street to break a woman's windshield. This is a shot of her vehicle after the attack. Another witness told me he saw the same man striking a separate vehicle stopped at a red light moments before the first officer arrived.
The officer encountered that individual carrying the flagpole,
as the officer encountered that individual and trying to speak to them, the suspect produced a knife.
Police did not immediately know how many times the officer fired, but efforts to save the suspect were unsuccessful.
Unfortunately, he was pronounced deceased by HFD here on the scene.
The man's emotional family waited near the body until final confirmation of his identity.
I don't see no help for this guy. You know, where's all the you know, the pandering, the BLM? You know, cops shot him. Where's that? Where everybody at?
They said he showed up to their home aggressively demanding to be let in shortly before he died outside the McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm thankful that obviously everyone in there was safe and that I was safe and no one else got hurt.
And the man's family identifying him as 26-year-old Alfredo Gonzalez, something the Emmys office nor HPD has confirmed or have confirmed. We're still awaiting that information. Meanwhile, I can tell you the officer involved in this deadly shooting is on administrative duty pending the outcome of an investigation.
See? When it happens, you know, when it happens to everybody, it ain't no uproar. These things happen, man. You can't be wilding and expect not to go unchecked all the time. Okay? There are consequences that go on out here. And sometimes, unfortunately, they can cost some people their life, man. You know? Keep trying to tell everybody that. You don't want to listen. Well, let me see what's going on here. I mean, because you people so nuts. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's see what's going on. What's going on, everybody? Yeah. We live, baby. We just doing a little something, a little tester. A little live tester. Okay. Yeah, we just seeing what's going on in this crazy world. Because there's so much going on in this crazy world. You already know. So let's just see what's going on here. Let's just see what's going on. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love this. This is just crazy. As soon as you thought, you know. Well, before we can get into that, let's get into this. Before we get into that, let's get into this guy. Let's get into this guy, because this guy, well, this is what we got walking around the community. Way up in Boston. Oh, they got me. You know we got a special hatred for home invasions on this channel. Look like a sun man to me. You got that stride, that walk, look pretty dark. Like a sun man to me. And I always felt safe, even when I was like saying, you know, Black Lives Matter, and I was like running around saying, you know, I stand with you and BLM, but like deep down inside, I knew it was a whole bunch of bullshit. I just was so comfortable up here in my little bubble in Boston, but holy shit, it's here. And look at him, look at Beta Mill. Beta Mill eyes big as hell because he know what's going on, and he better not say shit. It's locked now. Oh, I did it again. My bad, audience. I hit the wrong button. I'm a son man. Forgive me. Don't y'all worry about it. I got you. I got you. Man, it happens, man. Don't you worry about it. I'm back to my channel. I control this channel here. Everybody else's channel, they can do what the hell they want. I'm here now. Let's go.
Antoinette, good morning. Yeah, Boston police aren't releasing too many details about this home invasion and aggravated sexual assault, but they are releasing these photos that we want to put on your screen there. Now, police...
There we go. That's what I was showing you. There he is. That's the sun man. Looking crazy. That's the sun man. That's dark. That's...
Police say that this is the man that they're looking for. They believe he's in his 40s, above 6 feet tall, and was last seen wearing dark clothes and glasses. Now, Boston...
But who is it? Was it an Asian man, a Mexican man, a black man, a white man? Who was it? The community needs to know, okay?
Some police say the home invasion and aggravated sexual assault happened somewhere along the Arborway in JP around noon. Police people who live nearby say they had no idea any of this was happening, and they're in shock.
It's always been extremely safe. I've always felt safe, running out at night, early in the morning. We've had our door accidentally unlocked overnight.
You felt safe when you was running around again with BLM posters and Black Lives Matter. And look at Beta Male. Beta Male know not to say a damn thing. He know what's on the horizon. He know what's coming. He know who's there terrorizing the community. He just too scared. And look at her. Yeah, but when I was putting BLM stickers everywhere and I was pandering, I was so comfortable living up here in Boston. But oh shit, they're here.
Really felt like we were in danger.
Now, the Boston Police Department's sexual assault unit was here for hours collecting evidence following this crime. Police are asking that anyone that has any information to give them a call. Again, no one in custody. If you recognize that person that was on your screen there, call Boston Police. We're live in JP this morning. I'm Peter Iliopoulos, WC.
Okay. It's nowhere to go. Boston. They're all in Boston. It's nowhere to go. So the systemic pressures of whatever, racism and this and that caused him to do that, right? Caused him to kick in somebody's door, do a home invasion and all that, right? Okay. So let's just see what the hell going on before I get into the main thing I want to show y'all, man. Before I get into this main event, man, let me show you this. This is the craziest, eeriest thing you're going to see in a while. I mean, when you talk about eerie and crazy, you're going to think this is eerie and crazy. I mean, and I'm banking on the Sun Man who did it. Of course the Sun Man would do it. This is the craziest, eeriest thing ever. I mean, wait till you get a load of this. Wow. This is bananas. So a son man was killed in the house, and this lady was killed in a house, taken away from her family in the same exact house, the same day, a year apart. Wow. It would help to give me and my family the money. Okay. Damn, somebody. Okay, we can look out for them. But my wife is gone. My children are left motherless. I go to this bed every night wondering if I don't run into the animal thug that did that. Where is the animal thug that did that? Why did he do that? And you offer them 20 bands? Damn. Exactly. Look at this. RIP, lady. Took the lady away from her family, her kids, for nothing. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm about to watch this. It got me so down. I'll be down there Monday morning. I promise. I will smoke my last blunt, drink my last beer, go to the club, and I'm there. I'm sorry. Good answer. I can respect that. Okay. I did it again. I hit it again. I hit the wrong button again. Let's go. So I'm guessing y'all didn't see that. I'm going to see it. We going to see it. This is my channel.
New tonight at 10, Cincinnati police are asking for some tips in two different murders that happened almost a year apart at the same address. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tricia Mackey.
And I'm Rob Williams. Our Courtney King spoke with the victim's husband in an interview you will see only right here on Fox 19 Now.
Yeah, Tricia and Rob, so over the weekend, there was a fatal shooting where a man named 28-year-old Anthony Jameson was shot and killed on Elberon Avenue. We learned that almost exactly a year ago, a woman named Kelly Drollinger was also shot and killed at that same address, but her murder right now remains unsolved. We spoke with her family. They say they just want answers.
She deserves to have justice for what happened to her.
This Sunday marks 1 year since Stephen Morris's wife, Kelly Drollinger, was shot and killed.
We're still in the same boat we were a year ago, so it kind of sucks.
Kelly was with friends that night at a party when someone took her life in the 800 block of Elberon Avenue.
She wasn't doing anything wrong, wasn't in the wrong place, wrong time, and ended up being a victim of somebody else's petty bullcrap.
And over the weekend, Cincinnati police say this man, Anthony Jameson, was shot and killed at the same address. Stephen says he just learned about the other shooting.
It was a little off feeling.
Stephen.
Now that has to feel kind of crazy. My wife, her murder is unsolved. So every night I'm going to bed grieving. My kids are going to bed grieving. We're learning to deal with it every day. My phone rings. A Sunman just gets smoked in my old house a year to the day that I lost my wife. Wow.
Stephen says Kelly's death has been hard on him and the children they share.
Oh, she was an awesome woman, amazing wife, wonderful mother. She loved them kids. She was just an amazing person, and it sucks that she's not around to watch her grow up.
A few months ago, they found out someone anonymously donated $20,000 for reward money in the case.
It gave us hope, and then it just still not getting any answers. The hope.
Again, I would like to have the 20 bands in my family, and I'm going to move the hell from up out of here. Giving some random stranger my 20 bands, no. Okay, I'll give him something, but 20 bands? No. You can get that to me and my family, and we moving the hell from up out of here.
Kind of goes pretty quickly when all you want to know is why and who. And the kids want to know why and who also.
Stephen hopes that someone will see this and come forward with information.
People that don't want to talk are just a bunch of cowards that are hiding the person that's going to keep allowing these things to happen in Cincinnati until somebody starts speaking up and
again, I can respect that.
Saying, hey, this is enough.
And again, there is a $20,000 reward in Kelly's case. If you have any information on either of these cases, you are asked to call Cincinnati Police's Homicide Unit or call Crime Stoppers at 513-352-3040. From CPD Court.
The day I'm grieving, I take flowers to my wife's grave. I get a phone call. And out of all the people, why the hell you want to call me? Unless you're going to tell me, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got them. If you're not going to tell me, you know what I'm saying, we don't have them, I mean, why the hell are you calling me with that? That's the craziest shit in the world. Why on earth would you call me? I mean, that's the craziest shit. Why? Like, why? That's the craziest shit ever. Why on earth would you call me? Me and my family grieving. You call to tell me not that the asshole who took my child's mother is locked up. You call to tell me that another knucklehead has just got shot and killed in my old house. Okay. I don't care about that. Do you have him in custody? No. You don't have him in custody. I mean, what good is that to me? That's the craziest shit in the world to me. Wow. That's where that comes. The gall. Mitigate it. Wow. It's the craziest shit I done heard today.
#59 News at 6. I'm Nick McGill.
And I'm. If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
I'm Max Lewis. Tonight, 3 teenagers, including 2 juvenile suspects, have been arrested, accused of taking robberies and jackings throughout Indianapolis.
Fox 59's Jesse Wells talked to one of the victims and explains what happened.
The last of the 3 robberies took place here at this gas station on Washington, where the victim tells me he was assaulted while pumping gas. After being arrested, 2 of the juvenile suspects did not. Court records claim the 18-year-old confessed.
I'm guessing I was about here when the first guy hit me in the back of the head.
Frank Williams recalls standing next to his car at this Amoco on East Washington last month when he was punched, then pepper sprayed before falling into his driver's seat.
I fell in and slapped it into drive and off I went.
With the gas nozzle still attached, Frank sped away to escape the attack. Just over a week earlier, police believe the same suspects stole another man's car at gunpoint at this gas station on East Washington, followed by the carjacking of a man pumping gas at this Phillips 66 on East 38th Street. Police claim the suspects were then seen on video driving both stolen cars here to the Amberwoods apartments. After detectives put this stolen Civic under, police were able to arrest two 16-year-old suspects.
My reaction to that was just very sad that teenagers, kids of that age, feel necessary to do this kind of thing. It saddens me.
According to this affidavit, a third suspect, 18-year-old Rodriguez Hunt, admitted to police some of the victims were targeted because they looked older and would require less.
Told you. That's what they do. Just gonna attack. So you don't want the police around for you, tough guy. But what about the elderly? This somebody's uncle, somebody's cousin, somebody's grandfather, somebody's dad. You want the police for that?
Forced to rob.
I felt like, I'm a 65-year-old man. It takes 3 or 4 guys to attack a 65-year-old man. That made me pretty angry.
There's a trend in Indianapolis where bad actors are targeting people at gas stations.
Reverend James Jackson's church is less than a half-mile away from the gas station here on 38th Street. Just last month, he cautioned everyone to be alert at the pump. Frank agrees with that advice.
Be alert from who? Like, why? Who's doing this in the community? Can we just call it out? Can we please call it out?
It really can happen to anybody.
Finally, the 18-year-old suspect is being held on a $50,000 bond pending the filing of formal charges. Jesse Wells, Fox 59 News.
Okay. Man, y'all crazy as hell. Run up to you at the gas station, slap you upside the head with the pistol, and you don't want police around for that. Well, I'm sorry. I do. Okay? I do. Let's see what main event time. Main event. No. Tissue ready.
New at 5 o'clock, new details in the horrible case where 2 teens escaped after allegedly being held, abused, and captive by their mother and her boyfriend.
Both were arrested in Louisiana after an Amber Alert was issued on Tuesday. Again, we want to warn you, the images and details in this story are graphic. Anieli Ruiz has been following the case. Anieli, what did you learn today?
Well, guys, these documents shed more light into the abuse the teens were facing. The mother was charged with aggravated assault to a family member and aggravated assault here in Texas. The boyfriend charged with continuous violence against the family. The twins were not only allegedly beaten, but they were also forced to eat their own waste and even drugged.
And I'm not Uncle Tom Coons. You want that kids in women's space? You crazy as hell. You see them. They done escaped out the house from their mother. And a clown ass nigga sitting in there talking to her, excuse me for the N-word, but I'm so pissed to do this shit to kids, man. Abusing these kids. They had to sneak out of the house. Now they're running neighbor to neighbor house to get some help.
It's not a time, please. 2 traumatized teens begging neighbors for help.
We just need someone to be right now.
Or documents reveal how the abused twins were able to escape from their mother and boyfriend's home early Tuesday morning. Documents state the boy found the key inside his mother's purse. He hid the key in his mouth until his mother and her boyfriend were asleep. That is how they were able to knock on neighbors' doors for help. One mother finally let them in and called police.
They literally were running for their lives. I mean, they knew that if they stayed there, what was going to happen with them.
And thanks to this neighbor, investigators were able to unravel the horrible abuse the teens had endured since at least July. According to court documents, the teens said their mother would strike them with an extension cords, curtain rods, and metal poles. The records say the boy told deputies his mom's boyfriend punched his hand last week. Injuries neighbors say were...
You see it. You see it. Now, they shouldn't get a bond. They should sit in jail until their court date, to where they sit in jail for 18 years. And that's how you fix the system. And that's how you stop people from abusing kids. Well, that's how you set the precedent and the example. You abuse kids, that's what's 15 to 20, period.
Were visible.
Their skin, I mean, the little kid had like scratches and scabs and
You see it? Come on, man. And as a man, you gonna sit there and do some shit like that? And you should get an even stronger sentence for being a man. Allow shit like this to happen. Men.
bruises all down his arm, down the back of his body.
Documents state the mother would make them drink chemicals such as bleach, Lysol, and would spray Easy Off oven cleaner in their mouths if they...
What? Damn 15. We starting off talking about 20 years for that. So wipe this pretty little smile off your damn face. With behind that damn smile is those in that evil eye, those evil eyes, all those cruel actions, cruel actions you was doing. And I think 20 years will help you get your mind right.
They talk too much and say she would pour bleach on them, causing their skin to burn, including in their genital area. The girl told investigators that her brother
We're not even going to get on that. But you see that, right? You see that, right? Why ain't this all on the news? Huh? They were about, switching these off and putting fingernails on. And again, I have no problem with that. It'll be mainstream. But I have a problem with this. You should too.
advocated, and their mother made them both eat it and drink his urine.
Don't understand how a mother can do this to her kids.
And court documents also state the teens were both given Benadryl. The boy said he was given 24 tablets, which caused him to have a seizure. After he had a seizure, he says he was only given 20 tablets to go to sleep. The girl said she was also given Benadryl to go to sleep.
And I have no doubt that these kids would have not made it alive if they had not escaped, because they were literally skin on bones.
Well, the kid's mother and her boyfriend had a court hearing this morning in Louisiana. Texas has 30 days to extradite them. Now we're waiting to hear from officials to see when this will happen. We know the twins are recovering in the hospital here. The other 5 kids are in the care of Louisiana.
7 total kids. And look at this animal thug. You want a man and step up and do the right thing. You want to go along with this evil woman. You shouldn't let her alone. You want to sit there and abuse kids. So now you got to sit up and your claim name is leaving a lady with a red house instead of going to work and being a man. You want to sit home and abuse kids. Twins got away. You get caught. You go to jail. 20 years. Partridge in a pear tree.
CPS. Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
You don't want police around for the old folks. You don't want police around for the man to put handcuffs and wires and make kids drink bleach, huh? And if I'm Uncle Tom Coon sellout, what the hell is an animal thug that defecates and make 2 babies eat it?